you have 3 over 0, you can't divide 0 into anything, right? It's just undefined. But if you have 0, 3, 3 goes into 0, 0 times. So that's why your slope is 0 for a horizontal line. Make sense, Courtney?
Yeah.
You okay with that? Okay. I'd expect to see that on the test, at least one question about undefined slope, 0 slope. I think that's something they want to test you about. Okay, let's flip over the page here. Emily, I know you've been doing this in your geometry class. Courtney, I know you remember this from geometry in Nick 2. Determining the slope of a line using the slope formula. You guys remember y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1? Yeah, you've been doing that quite a bit in class, Emily. Esteban, have you done that in geometry and algebra? Yeah, slope formula. Okay. So if it gives you 2 points, you can look at the example here, 1 and 5, 4, -3. You designate your x1 and your y1, your x2 and your y2. You guys know you can flip-flop them as long as you keep your x2 and your y2 together, right? So if you want to designate 1 and 5, x2 and y2, that's fine. Okay. And then, like we talked about, y equals mx plus b, and this is the slope. B is the y-intercept. I just asked whether you've probably been doing stuff like that in class, right? Okay. Vertex edge graphs. Have any of you guys ever seen a vertex edge graph before? I haven't seen one other than on MCAS either, so we're going to read this paragraph about it. They're pretty basic. You might be asked a test question about a vertex edge graph. A vertex edge graph has a collection of points called vertices and line segments called edges. Note that in this type of graph, some of the lines are curved, both curved and straight lines are called edges. Look at the vertex edge graph below. It has 5 vertices and 8 edges. Okay? So you guys are going to have one question on that. So let's do these, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 questions together, and then we'll finish. Okay? So, we'll go through them together as we have in the past week. Okay? Esteban, second chance. Which of the following describes the slope of a line parallel to the x-axis? What would you call a line that's parallel? Yeah, what would you call a line that's parallel to the x-axis? Is this line parallel to the x-axis?
Yes.
Yeah, what kind of line is that?
0.
Zero slope, what would you call it, that word? If it was straight up and down, what would you call it?
Oh, vertical.
Yeah, so straight across?
Yeah.
Horizontal, right, a horizontal line, yep. Okay, horizontal lines have a 0 slope, vertical, undefined. What is the slope of the line that passes through the points 2, 5, and 6, 13? You guys want to do that out using the slope formula? So x2, just so designate 1 point x2, x1, y1, 1 point x2, y2. No. So you want to do a y minus a y, right? Then an x minus an x, and you have to keep them the same, right? Yep, so you do 5 minus 13. Yep, that works. Yep, 8 over 4. Yep, that would be negative 8 over negative 4, right? So, but negative over negative equals positive. Yep. Positive 2. Yep, that's right. Emily, Nikki, yeah, Esteban, what did you get for your slope? Number 2. Negative 2? Perfect. Okay.
Wait, negative 2.
Mm-hmm. Positive 2. I'm sorry, did I just say negative 2? I'm sorry, yeah, positive 2, right? Yep, sorry. Right, because did you have a negative over a negative there?
Yeah.
5 minus 13, and then, what you did, Esteban, you did, see, you did 5 over here minus 13, and then you took 6 minus 2. You got to keep them lined up together. So that, yep, so you have to do 2 minus 6 because you did 6 minus. Yep. So you have negative 8 over negative 4. negative over negative equals positive. Yep. Okay. That's what I was talking about, was saying you have to keep your x1 and your y1 together, and your x2 and your y2 together. Okay? Flip it over. The line is shown on the coordinate grid below. Which of the following best represents an equation of this line? What are the two pieces of information you guys want to look for? Two pieces.
The slope and the y-intercept.
Yep, perfect. And so what'd you guys find? What'd you guys find for the slope?
3.
Yep, 3, right? So you can do that. There's two ways to find the slope. You can do it by counting the points. You go up 3 over 1, right? Or if you wanted to, you could designate the points. This one is 1, 2, and this one is 2, 5. And then you can use the slope formula, right? Two separate ways. If if the points were spread out or anything like that. And then what was your y-intercept, Courtney?
1.
Negative 1, right? So your equation with y equals 3x minus 1, right? Positive line moving up from right to left, right? And I think we have one question on vertex edge graphs before we're finished. So look at the vertex edge graph below. How many edges are there? Let's see if you count the edges. So you need to count all of them, and you need to count the curved lines too. The curved lines and then straight lines. See, the tip says remember to count the curved line segments as well as the straight line segments. The curved ones and so it seems like even like this tiny one here counts as 1. Yep, perfect. 9, Nikki. 9, Emily.
I didn't see it.
Okay, cool. Just good to be familiar with those if you guys see a question like that on the test. Okay? All right, you guys can hole punch those, put them in your binders, and you guys are good. Good deal.